Another week of the indices going green. What a week we've had on the stock market, guys. We're going to look at the stocks that we have won on this week. We're going to also look at stocks that we're setting off for next week. What is the crack, everyone? Welcome back to Buy Wholesale. I hope, of course, you are all well. I just want to start off by saying I'm still having mic issues all week. It's halted me making videos. It's been a whole thing. Amazon's delivering items that don't work. It's been a disaster. So bear with me, I'm still going to get there. There is a better camera and better mic quality coming very soon. Hopefully play for me. We had the S&P up over 1.8% and then the Nasdaq by 2.2% up on the week. So yes, another week of greens. The markets are looking good. We'll just kick off by looking at the indices themselves in trading view. So we can see here another week. This is on the Hacking Yashi candlestick. I'll just turn it off. I was doing a course member video which is going to be live in the next day. So you're welcome, course members. Get into the Discord if you want to learn about all this type of stuff. But anyway, we go back to the candlesticks. We can see here a good solid week of gains again. So we're delighted with the way it's going. If we strip this out now, let's have a look, because we previously had done TA on the weekly chart on where this all kind of was sitting. We can see we were right down the RSI. I had done my video saying, you know, there's massive uncertainty, but do not be fearful at this time. This is the time when you start buying. And we've done that. We've been buying. We've been loving it. We have played it, I think, reasonably well. Still got substantial amount of money on the side, cash, just for swing trading, which we'll get into in a moment. But this is very good. We're still quite down from the all-time highs, in and around sort of 11% down on the Nasdaq. And the SPY, as of time of recording, is only down about 5.7%. We can see again this rebound and it's shot straight up. And just to go back to the Nasdaq, we're still below the 180-day moving average, so there's still plenty of room there for it to grow. Loving obviously what is happening here. Do I think this is the end? Do I think this is the greatest bull run of all time coming back? Absolutely not. We're still looking to load up on our recession plays, which we talked about on the channel, and we'll prepare ourselves. But again, just like last week, not going to focus on the doom and gloom. Just remember all what I've talked about, and I'll share the link to the video where I talk about all the risks that you have to look forward to this year. All the risks are still there. They're not going away. Still one hell of a gaping probably coming very, very soon. But we will be prepared for it. So smash the subscribe button to stay up to date. But let's just enjoy the moment. Do I think the run will continue? I do. It's that. How is the trades gone this week? So last week, the ones that I really focused on were Tesla, Dollar Tree, Argo Blockchain, and NIO. Dollar Tree on the week, about 0.48% down. Bought Dollar Tree, Albertsons, Dollar General a while ago. We've read them right up. Said it at the peak. Couldn't believe the throb that these things got, to the point where I just sold the majority, because I just sold out of it all in my Discord, all in the videos last week. I said, sold out, rebuilding my position. So where did I rebuild my position? I bought some here, I bought some here, and I'm currently up on my position. So because, yes, we're down, but if you look at the lows to the highs, you can see we're sort of made about 2% on the buys here. In and around about 3% up on my new Dollar Tree investment. And just yesterday in the Discord, I put a voice note in to say the thought process there. It's in previous videos. The Dollar Tree dream, the Albertsons dream, all of that. The Albertsons dream took a real absolute pounding on Thursday. No real news that I can see out there. I'm not that bothered. It is music to my ears. We made 20% on a boring recession play, COVID play. And don't forget, this is also a dividend play. So we did very well on it. Not too sure why it even throbbed up as much as it did, but it's pulled back, and that's probably been this reversal. So I'm more than happy buying the dip. So needless to say, I filled up a good bit here, about 40% of the position size built up. So that'll continue to happen. Not being a great week in terms of gains, but again, that was never the intentions. The intentions were with these here is to keep buying the dips. We want to be building up our positions in Dollar Tree, Dollar General. Dollar General performed not as bad, but still down on the week. No surprise. We had another nibble at that as well. No matter what happens with that stock, I'm going to be nibbling away, and the only time I'll be selling is like what we did a few weeks ago when the thing went parabolic and it just made sense to sell. NIO was brutal at times this week. Real high, huge velocity swings, craziness going on. There's a lot of market uncertainty with NIO. So NIO on the week down 4%. Could have a nibble at these prices, but I'm okay. Don't need to. Still up, just sort of whatever on NIO. So as always, full transparency, those are the ones that haven't done well. This one though, Argo Blockchain, we talked about this for the week ahead. Just fancied it. The day chart looks to be a falling wedge. I've done a proper detailed video, so I won't talk any more about it, but we can see just a slight update on that. We have got on above it. I'm still needing further confirmation for us to get out. Unfortunately, Friday was a pull pullback day. So the dream continues on that. However, you can see on the week we are up close to 14%. And if you had the Nasdaq, I do have both holdings, and you can see from the lows to the highs up about 14%. But finishing up on around 8% on the week. So delighted with those gains. If you're getting 8% every week, you'd be more than happy. Tesla, again, another good week. 10%, not as good as the week prior. Don't get me wrong, the week prior was phenomenal. But this week has been a treat. Let's have a look at the Tesla charts in more detail. I've been talking about this falling wedge for about the last 3 months. Once we broke out of it, it would rally. So needless to say, all my swing trading, day trading, all my jiggery money, all in and out of leverage, all what I've been doing this week is pretty much been Tesla. There's not been too much other bits and bobs that I have done. Just focusing purely on Tesla. If tomorrow the market was to crash and I was down 30-40% on Tesla, I would have no problem holding Tesla. So it's the ideal swing trade. I love that all our trading strategies, all the indicators, all the things that we look for in a stock, it has it all. Plus I love the stock, so you're all a winner every time. And in the Discord, that's what I've been talking about. Tesla. We've all been talking about Tesla dreams. Just on the 23rd, please tell me someone's on the Tesla dream. 75% up now in a week. Let's go. Also bought some Bank of America. Again, this is more for the intermediate. This is not, so we've got our recession plays, which is 12, 18, 24 months time. Then we have our, if they can get inflation under control, interest rates going up naturally means in the medium term banks are going to do well. So we opened up bank positions with them. We'll see how this goes. It's that old story of you buy your ice in the winter. That's kind of the thought process here. Let's get well ahead of the curve here. Chart's not necessarily the reason why we're buying. This is more of a fundamental what's going to happen in the future with the markets. And that's what I'm explaining in the Discord. It's just general chatting about the different stocks. Now, purple bricks. On the 18th, I said that purple up 22%. It's looking overbought. I sold some there, but still holding. The 18th, this is where I sold. It did rally a bit more, but we're okay. We're kind of back to where the levels where I sold. So I'm still holding purple bricks. Not a big deal on it. I don't have huge money in it anyway. We'll just see what way it comes. If it does look quite bearish, looks like it's maybe going down. If it goes to a sell, we fall below our 9-day moving average, we close out the trade. In either scenario here, unless it was somehow opening up massively down again, it's hard to see me not getting out with more profit on this. So that's a good trade in my opinion. The upcoming week, we're going to have probably some sort of Fed decision on how much they're going to increase the rates. We had Jerome Powell last week come out and say, we need to do more than what we already talked about, which, surprise, surprise, I think they're starting to understand that they don't have this in their control. So when he did announce all that, it did tumble a wee bit, but then there was good US labour market jobless claims, which then sort of rallied the market on again. The Treasury is done well, and we've talked about loading up on the TLT ticker symbol, which hasn't done very well, but again, that's another sort of, we're covering our bases here. We're really looking into the future. Treasury yields, stuff like that could be a good hedge against all this craziness that will happen. You see here, the stock's starting to pull back. We've been looking at this every week, starting to pull back a wee bit. That's getting better. Bitcoin as well, which we'll talk about just briefly at the end of the video. Okay, so the events, Dallas Fed Manufacturing Index is out on Monday. Tuesday, some earnings, nothing too major there. Growth rate final estimate, so this is going to be key on Wednesdays. Be careful on Wednesday is what I would say. The Walgreens dream, we'll see how they perform. I'm not in Walgreens. It would be in the same vein as your Albertsons, so I've got a bit of an eye interest on it for sure. And the payroll numbers on Friday then. Housing market updates. Again, we're seeing there that they're starting to slow down the housing market, so I would anticipate that that is going to be a real indicator if we're heading for a recession, so we'll keep a close eye on that. Still well off though, well off, but you got to start thinking ahead. In terms of stocks this week, guys, it's going to be business as usual. The stocks that we've talked about, I'm still going to be focusing on. We've had some great wins this week. There's plenty of great stocks. So many things are doing really, really well. We did also open up a position in Nike, by the way, again for the future kind of longer hold kind of thing. They did good earnings, so that's kind of why I jumped in on them. We'll see what way this whole kind of goes. I'm just going to probably still do what I've been doing all week or the last couple of weeks, just really swinging in and out of positions in Tesla. But let's just have a look at then the Bitcoin dream. So we had drew this head and shoulders pattern a long time ago, and I'm still keeping it there because it could still play out. However, what we've been talking about for many months now is this potential channel that we're in. We drew these lines of support and resistance. We've just going boom, 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 boom. And I anticipate, based on the support and level of resistance here, I would say that we need to get above the sort of 45,000 and we will be at the races with Bitcoin. And this could really push on. We could be coming out of the crypto winter and things could get really, really throbby, which is in a way going to obviously massively affect Argo blockchain, which is going to be a great sign. So keep a close eye on Bitcoin. We'll see if we can get the confirmation. I like the fact that we are above our averages. Keeping a very, very close eye on it. Nice big green candlestick on the weekly chart. We'll just see what way this goes. I know a lot of people are getting bullish, and according to our trading strategies, we can see here that the MACD is starting to look like it's starting to reverse, which is good. Our RSI is starting to look like it's going in the right direction now. And then if we just look at the actual chart itself, that is looking good, and these resistance. So we need to get above 45,000, 45, 45 and a half, don't be too tight on it. But we get above those levels, rocket ship, load up, go for it. So very, very simple this week. Like I said on the channel, it's harder when the markets are down. We spend more time trying to find stocks. You don't need to go find the stocks. When the markets are good, the stocks come to you. Bitcoin, Tesla, these types of things, they're just landing on your lap. You don't need to go looking for the next big thing. You have great stocks out there. Just trade safe, trade carefully. That's the thought process for the week ahead. I hope you have found this video informative. If you have, please like, share, help me grow the channel. Again, apologies for the camera. I know it is flickering in and out. Dreadful, but we'll get it sorted, I promise you. And if you're interested in the trading course, all of that stuff down there, please check it all out. And again, I will direct your attention to this video. This video will give you everything you need to know about what is coming up. This 12-24 month period is going to be crazy. Get ahead of the curve, protect yourself now.